Everyone. Today is Thursday, January 19th. Thank you for joining into our weekly Affordable Care Act webinars. I trust that you find them still a place to find out answers and hopefully keep abreast of any of the changes. And we'll have some changes coming up. In fact, they've already started. Just quickly, just some housekeeping items. If you're new to the format, we do encourage that you ask questions. It helps all of us be better and learn. So you can do that one of two ways. You can raise your hand icon on the control panel to the right of your screen, or you can type in your questions at the bottom of your control panel, and I'll answer those at the end. Just for a quick test, if you want to click your icon, if you can see the screen, that would be awesome. And it does look like technology is working today, so that's all great. So let's just get started. I just wanted to remind everybody about the summary of plan designs and, summary of plan documents and the premium-only plan documents for the Section 125. We do offer those as complimentary benefits to the agents and our agent partners that do their group health business through us. So again, this is a value add that you can offer to your employer clients. And if they are audited by the Department of Labor and they don't have the summary of plan documents or the proper POP documents in place, the summary of plan documents actually come with $110 per day per employee per health and welfare benefit. Goodness, can't even say that. So again, that's $110 a day per employee per health and welfare benefit. So you can see that the fines can be rather substantial. So again, it's complimentary if you're doing your group health business through us. If you're not, if you want to find out how to do that, give me a call. But just take advantage of it. There is a workbook, a little booklet that the employer groups must complete. And once that's submitted to us, the turnaround is about 24 hours, and they can become compliant. Second bullet point, Highmark Blue Shield. We just got word yesterday or Tuesday that no short-term medical sales will be honored after 2/1/17. So if you have anyone that is looking for a short-term medical, Highmark is, you have what, a few days left to write those cases, and then after 2/1, all of the applications will be returned and not honored. So just be mindful of that. Of course, this is in reaction to the changes, the upcoming changes as of 4/1/17 for the short-term medical. Sales of short-term medical from 4/1/17 or after 4/1/17 cannot exceed 90 days in duration. They can be rewritten, but of course short-term medical has a requalification for every short-term application that's written. And at this point, short-term medical is not considered a qualified medical plan, so the folks that are on short-term medical could be subject to that individual tax penalty. I understand why the sales of short-term are being made. Obviously, the rates are ridiculous for individual major medical, and short-term was a viable option, and there's no disputing that. I just want you to be aware of the law as it moves forward as of 4/1 and with Highmark after 2/1. Senate Bill 58 and House Resolution 173 was introduced. This is the repeal, specifically the repeal of the Cadillac Tax. This is different than the reconciliation bill that I talked about last week. The reconciliation bill did pass the Senate and expected to pass the House, and that's going to essentially defund line by line some of the items within the Affordable Care Act, such as penalties for not having qualified coverage, the subsidies, the Cadillac tax, Medicare sales tax, Planned Parenthood, some of the funding for that. This particular resolution is specific to the Cadillac tax, and it's going to repeal the application of the Cadillac tax with taxable years after 12/31/17. So that was sent to the House Ways and Means committee on the 3rd of January, and as you may recall, the Cadillac tax was to go into effect in 2018. Next bullet point, Cap Blue Cross. We are going to encourage, highly and strongly encourage, all of Cap Blue Cross groups to complete the EGems paperwork. This allows us to service your groups better, and that's what we want to do. If you send in a termination, we want to make sure that we can terminate that without, you know, the forms being submitted and submitted incorrectly or lost. And, you know, there's things that we can look at in EGems to help you with your groups, so that, you know, obviously we can help you better with those groups. So, poor English. We can help you with those groups to better serve them. How's that? There is a new incentive from Capital, and it is for groups of 51 plus. 51 to 99 if you sell a new group with 51 to 99 lives from January 16th through July 15th of 17. There's a $3,000 additional bonus. If you sell dental on top of that, there's another $1,000. And of course, the bonuses go up the larger the group. 100 to 499 is $5,000, and 5,000 or 500 plus is $10,000. In addition to the additional dental bonus if you also sell dental. This information is in my newsletter, so you know, take advantage of it. It's money, extra income, and if you have groups that fit into that mold, then certainly take advantage of it. In my newsletter, there's also information from Capital, and I think it's good information, easy to understand, and it's about the 1094 and 1095 filing. I apologize, I put 1095 twice there. But they are due to employees by 3/2 of 17. There's a nice little chart that really explains who gets it, who sends it, who needs it, etc. So again, I encourage you to look at that in my newsletter that will be coming out around 10 o'clock this morning. Just a final reminder about our Gemini Partners Program and the Gemini Group Bonus Pool. 2016, it was $50,000, and that is currently being tabulated to get out to our Gemini agent partners that wrote group health. Even one two-person group qualifies for a part of that $50,000. This year, for 2017, it is starting at $25,000, and we fully expect it to be at 50 or even more than that at the end of 2017. There are other benefits, additional income, bonuses, etc. for Gemini partners, and since we're at the beginning of the year, if you've not done any research or talked to anybody about the Gemini Partners Program, I encourage you to give me a call. It's definitely worth you know, the 5-10 minutes of our conversation, and if it works for you, then great. If it doesn't, then you still are assured our excellent service and business as usual. BC Edge with payroll. If you've not seen this product, let me know. Sam Bohr, who is our Director of Employee Benefits, has what he calls his black box, and it's really great for groups moving forward, and it does have a payroll component as well. So it's very competitive. You know, they are really gaining a lot of traction with some of these groups, and it really allows URL and our agent partners to compete against the ADPs and the paychecks that are out there trying to take your business, quite frankly. So if you don't know about it, if you've not seen it, let me know, and we'll get you the information that you need. That's it. That brings us up to our open forum. As a reminder, as you're tabulating your or inputting your questions, our next webinar is next Thursday, the 26th, so I hope you all join in. So let's see what questions we have today. We have no questions. Wow. You're either all still sleeping or just kind of all looking forward to the inauguration tomorrow. I'm not sure which one, but as always, I truly appreciate you joining in. If you have any topics that you'd like to discuss or dive further into, please let me know. I'm happy to call in guest speakers or do some research and get you that information that you need and that your clients are asking you about. So keep that in mind, and I'm going to close it out today. And as always, I really appreciate you joining in and hope that you have a wonderful balance of the week and a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.